That was really gay. I'm sorry. This game, Assassin's Creed 3, my review of it. I just recently, as you can see, I'm still wearing the same shirts and shit, so it's right where I just left it. If you haven't seen the video, please go watch it. It has a lot of relevant information in it. I just rewatched it again, and to see if I was like, let's see if I missed anything. I really covered all bases on that game. That's it. Literally threw it over there in the video. I'm starting this one right after it, so I'm just trying to get all these videos done so I don't have to worry about them for the rest of the week. I'm doing this one right now. I'm not gonna lie, I loved this game. That being said, there was a lot of things that I didn't like about it. My fucking phone goes off, of course, in the middle of the fucking video. It's funny because I put the shit on silent, so you'd think, oh, it's gonna stop going off, right? No, my phone is like a no-nonsense piece of shit. I really did like this game. I mean, I loved it. Like I said, that being said, there were some bad parts to it. Some mechanics that didn't really make sense, storyline versions that didn't make sense. But it was so complex that I can't really bitch about it too much because I don't want to make it sound like this is all I do, like I bitch about games. Like, you don't even know. Like, here, let me show you. All right, just hang with me for a second. Of all the fucking games I have, I mean, look at this shit. I've got so many fucking games that I can keep me occupied. But and that's just one shoebox. I've got two other shoeboxes with that. I'm gonna keep holding this one. Far correct. Sit down there for a second. Put Modern Warfare 3 up here. But this was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy it. I'm gonna go off again, single player, multiplayer, and anything else, the naval warfare and stuff like that. I'll go off on separate things. Start with single player. If you don't know the storyline, I'm not going to give you the storyline because it is so fucking long and it has so many elements in it that it is almost impossible. I'd be going on for 4 hours because that's how long the movie is. If you ever go on YouTube and watch the movie, the YouTube movie is 4 hours for the campaign. It would take you that long to explain everything because there's just so much. The short version of it is you're a Native American, half British, half Native American. Charles Lee killed which is like, a colonial figurehead at the time, killed your mother, or led to the destruction of your village and death of said mother. And it's just basically your quest to kill him. And on your way to kill him, you find out he's a Templar, because you're an assassin, which you learn from someone who looks like Morgan Freeman. He trains you and says, all right, you're an assassin now. You're going to go kill Templars. And he goes, fuck, I don't care. I'm only after Charles Lee anyway. I'll kill anyone else on his way there. And as it happens, you kill several prominent figures of the American Revolution against the American Revolution. Not like you kill George Washington and Benjamin Tate and stuff like that. You kill other members of the British resistance. And it's a lot of fun. It really is. There's but I'll go into like the things I like and didn't like. The things I loved. I love games like Batman. I was gonna pull it up, but it's too far away. I love games like Batman or Captain America or this, where the combat mechanics are so fluid and they're so precise that if someone attacks you in a certain way, you can block a different way. Not like it's like the same block every time, like Mortal Kombat, where he just does that, and no matter how he hits you, you just move back a few feet. In this one, it's like just like in Batman or, like I said, Captain America, or any of these other games, someone attacks you, you block it with a sword, flip the sword upside down, grab his axe, and chop his head off. I mean, it looks so realistic. Now, I know I said that for Far Cry, but this game really did. I mean, even though it was set in a time frame that is already realistic, and the majority of the information is true, and the other parts of information is just /fiction /conspiracy theories, and was a lot of fun, and very, 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 very difficult at some points. Very difficult, to the point where I was raging and throwing my fucking controllers across the room. Yes, controllers. I have 4. So that I can charge all 4 up like a real gamer, set them all right next to each other, and then when this one runs out, disconnect it and pick up the next one and start playing again. So I can play all the way through a game and never have to stop. I like to get all the way through a game, which this game alone took me 8 hours to play, all the way through, not counting the multiplayer or any of the naval missions or any of the homestead missions or anything else. Just the campaign took me 8 hours to play through. Well, lost track of what I was going to say now. Campaign, lots of fun. Not gonna lie, lots of fun. I can't really say anything else other than it was a lot of fun. Even though it was very hard in some points, which I'll go into in just a minute, it was so hard, but in like a way that I did something wrong, not like the game glitched and made me lose because it put me in a different place than it did last time, or checkpointed me like Far Cry does in a different place than it did last time, so I was already off to a disadvantage. It was always my fault, so I always knew what I was doing wrong, so I could always redo what I was doing, and easy. I had it down. I was done. I just easily learned from my mistakes, and I was done in under 30 minutes on like one mission. Bad part about the campaign, it glitched a lot. It glitched. If you haven't seen the Skyrim glitches, I recommend you definitely check them out. They are so funny. And I say Skyrim because it's exactly what happens in Assassin's Creed. I went to New York for the first time in the campaign, is when they first unlock New York. You go there to meet Benjamin Franklin or George Washington. I can't remember exactly who you go to meet. But you go there, and you get on a horse, and you start following this guy down New York Avenue, and start seeing more and more and more in New York as he's explaining the assassin order to you. And literally, I look over to my left. I was supposed to keep following him, but I look over to my left, and there's a horse, 2 horses pulling a carriage, which on its own wouldn't be bad, except the carriage was like 5 fucking feet in the air, not attached to the ground at all, and the thing was fucking spinning around at Mach speed while being pulled. And then it got caught. The horses drifted apart, flew sideways, upside down, started dangling, and then shot off in different directions, and the carriage shot straight up in the air. I was just like, what the fuck? And it came right back down again, started rolling around, doing weird glitchy movements, and then the whole screen froze, came back 10 seconds later, started me at the beginning of the mission again, and the carriage was fine. Like the game fixed itself, which I knew was going to happen anyway, but I was surprised it went on as long as it did anyway. Another glitch. Sometimes enemies will spawn inside houses, like they do in other Assassin's Creed games. Like I've noticed, if you're like standing on Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or 2 or any of those games, you'll sometimes find enemies literally halfway into a wall with like a gun barrel sticking out, so they can still shoot you. But they can still shoot you, but you can't attack them unless you have a gun, which isn't really available until Assassin's Creed 3 anyway. Or maybe it's available, and I haven't played any other Assassin's Creed, so I'm sorry. I'm low on money right now. I'll go out and buy them later, I guess. But a lot of fun. There's also, I noticed it didn't glitch at all when you were playing real life missions. Like when you were playing as Desmond and you're jumping off buildings and you're doing the real life campaign. There was no glitches. It was a completely revamped system. Everything was fine. I didn't have one problem. Never had, didn't ever really die. He always knew what he was doing. He reacted better to situations. It was I don't know. I think it was just a different game. Just for those little itty bitty missions, those 3 or 4 missions to play as Desmond, it was just a different game almost, because it was a different mechanic, a different fighting mechanic. Everything was different. But I mean, that's the glitches that I was talking about. Let's get into the multiplayer that I played a little bit of. Very cool. I did not expect to be connected to Abstergo Network. I was like, oh shit, now I'm really in it now. You're fighting all this time against Abstergo. Now suddenly, congratulations, welcome to Abstergo. You're now a part of it, which I thought was really, really cool. I was happy that they finally connect you to the network and you're now integrated into the whole system. It's very Tron-like. It was very cool. Did not like how the classes were set up. Did not know that if you dress up as Liam from One Direction, you get a knife. Or if you dress up as Bowler Hat with a hammer, you get, faster speed or shit like that. They don't explain that to you. You get almost 20 seconds to explain everything to you. Like, even if you run the tutorial, you only get one character anyway. So it doesn't really help you out at all. And half the stuff in the tutorial you forget about anyway. So you have to learn it all in multiplayer anyway. There's a lot of the techniques that they don't teach you in the tutorial. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe I just skipped over that part. My friend played half the tutorial that gave me the briefing on it before I played it. Did not know you had knives because I was noticing I was running around in multiplayer not knowing what the fuck I was doing, just running around, fucking freebird as hell. You were injured by knives. I finished reading. You've been injured by, and someone was already killing me. I was like, did you really need knives? I mean, I don't even know how to attack you. All you really need to do is walk up to me and step on my foot, and I'm dead. So, and plus you'd think, assassins. They're all assassins. Why can you kill me with one hit? Why? I mean, you get punched all the time in campaign, and you just go, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, just punched in the face, come back and go, I'm going to kill you now. In multiplayer, it's like you've been stunned by blank blah blank. And you get punched, and you gotta go down on one knee, and sits there and goes, Mother, I failed you. My life has no meaning anymore. And you stand up, and it says your contract has been voided because you've been punched. Apparently, you're immune to knives and explosions and arrows and crap, but you can't survive a punch to the face. Wow, way to go. Sucky assassins, what you are. And anyway, much of it just didn't make any sense. Like the fact that you throw money. I mean, no one can go for the money. So like, if you're sprinting, I don't know how to say this. If you're sprinting through a crowd, you push automatically. Your guy automatically shoves everyone else out of the way. You literally swim through people when there's a crowd. So I don't understand the point of throwing money if the humans can't pick up the money. They're only interested in you. Not only A, have you given away your position, B, you've given away the fact that you're not an NPC, which you're trying to hide. You're trying to be an NPC, trying to hide to be an NPC so you don't get found out. And you've somewhat created a blockade of people that are grabbing said money. But because the guy is already running towards you, he jumps and sprints and swims through these people anyway. So it's not like you're even creating an obstacle. It's like, I don't know, you're coming to rob me and I throw a pillow at you. Unless you're like, a pillow's on my bed. But in case you're like, I throw a pillow and you're like, ah, and you fucking wrestle with it like a Naked Gun. I'm not, you know what? It's not going to injure you for more than maybe half a second before you go, or badge just out of the way and just keep coming at me. That's it. There is no, that didn't make sense. The fucking camouflage that you get sometimes, you can disguise yourself as a different character, which would be okay if it wasn't for the fact that you have a radar anyway, so you can already tell where people are. Like, all you're focusing on when you're playing the game is the fucking blue screen, the blue circle down there. You don't care what's happening around you. You don't, unless you're running into a wall or something like that, you don't even look up. You always look at that little circle to find out where you're going. As soon as it turns completely blue, you just stab the person next to you. 9 times out of 10, you're always right. And thing I didn't know, maybe I just got like the hacked copy or something like that. Did you know you can actually kill civilians as Haytham? I didn't know that. Because playing through the campaign, maybe you guys don't have it. If you don't have it, don't send me any hate mail saying, oh, you're wrong, you're putting out false information. My game lets you do that. You can actually walk up to random civilians, boys as Haytham, and just fucking assassinate their fucking heads. It is cool as dicks. I swear to God, I was blown out. Like, I must have wiped out half of fucking Boston just doing that. Just fucking running around, chopping people's heads off and shit. I was having the time of my life. The only people that were still alive by the time I was done after like 2 hours as Haytham was the people that were running around in carts, like the eBay trade sellers, the people in the fucking hotels, and some of the guards, because I didn't want to alert the guards. But everyone else, like the streets were clear because there were just dead bodies. I also like the fact that if if a guard comes by and sees that you have killed another member of the guard, he will constantly search the area around you until you're found out and you get into a chase sequence, or you battle them, or you get away, which is how the game's supposed to be played. If it's a civilian, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, I don't care. They just literally trample right over their dead bodies. So when there's like 900 people stacked on top of each other that you just killed, you just walk over like nothing happened. Entire Swiss army found stabbed to death with their own little folding knives. They don't care. Which I thought was funny as fuck. I mean, I guess a glitch, because I don't think it's supposed to be in the actual game, but I can do it. If I had a game capture system, I would show you I could do it, but I don't. Plus, I've got a PS3, and nothing connects with the PS3 anyway, so I'll just wait for the PS4 to come out, and it already has game capture built into it, so I'll just wait for that. But just go off my word that I do have a copy that lets you do that, and it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, Haytham doesn't have some of the features like climbing trees or any of the stuff that you do as Connor. So I was a little thrown off by that. But anyway, I was going to multiplayer. I got my ass kicked. I'm not gonna lie. I played it for like 5 hours, got my complete ass kicked. Like I said in Far Cry, I leveled up 30, 20 times in just the first 2 hours. In Assassin's Creed multiplayer, I think I leveled up 3 times in 5 hours because I just got my ass kicked. It was like they give you the tutorial and they say here's the game's supposed to be played, and then they put you in multiplayer and they say now you're gonna get your ass kicked, and I did. I got my ass kicked. That was about it. I mean, it was still fun. I mean, there were times where I would just put on the mic. I was like, all right, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea how to play. So what I'm going to do to learn how to play is I'm going to watch you all kill each other. If you need me, I'm going to be standing up on top of this pike, and I ran around so everyone knew where I was, and I just stood on top of this like light pole, and I just stood there. Some people didn't kill me. Some people like had a contract against me and would like kill themselves so that they would just let me be able to watch and see what was going on around them. And I did pick up a lot of hints that way. I learned how to throw knives. I learned how to attack people. I learned what buttons to push. I had people helping me out. It wasn't like Far Cry where people were just talking shit. People were actually helping me. People were putting on mics and going, "Hey, dude, are you doing a YouTube video or something?" I was like, "No, not yet. I'm just trying to level up." And they go, "Okay. Well, basically, the square button is the one that you attack. The O button is the one you defend with. The triangle or Y on Xbox would be to throw knives and injure people. And knives basically impairs your ability." They just led me through it a lot better. I don't know why. Maybe the people on Assassin's Creed are just a lot more civilized. The people on Far Cry are just a lot more savage-like, which would make sense because Assassin's Creed takes place in modern-day world, or their modern-day world, and Far Cry takes place in the fucking jungle. So that would make sense if that's why people were more friendly on that game than they were on that game. But I'm again reaching the 20-minute mark. Let me go on to naval warfare here. I don't have a lot of good things to say about naval warfare. I'm glad they included it in the game. I'm glad that Assassin's Creed 4 is coming out and it's mostly naval warfare. I would have liked to equip my boat a lot faster than I did. Because it's like halfway through the game you learn about the Aquila, or whatever the Aquifka is what I called it, because the boat sucks. It does. Until you have an improved rudder or a battering ram underneath your ship just like takes 5 shots and you're dead. You're fucked. Doesn't matter if you brace or anything. I have it on hard difficulty at all times. No matter what game I play, Modern Warfare, any of these games, I always have it on hard difficulty, so I can always go back later and say, all right, I beat it on the hardest possible difficulty. If I need to go back and play it again, at least I know I played it on the hardest difficulty, so there's nothing else left for me to do. I forget if there was a setting in Assassin's Creed where you can set it for easy or hard or anything like that, but I played it as hard as you could get it. I tried to go for all the achievements, all the little perks you can get during each mission. I would actually restart a mission over again just so I could get the little perks. Like, go to the other side of Boston without breaking into a fight. Sometimes, like, that was near impossible. It took me hours to beat, but I eventually got it. So I've got the Enzio outfit now because I got all 100% of all scenarios, and it took forever, but I finally got it. I'm happy about that. I'm glad that they reward you with outfits from other Assassin's Creed games, or from other people in the game, and I'm really really happy about that because it makes you look so much better. Also, no one pointed this out, but maybe I'll just be the first to say this. 20-minute mark now. I'll be the first to say this then, I guess. The Jamestown outfit, the Enzio outfit, and what's his name? The black guy who trains you. Achilles. I thought of Troy for a minute. Achilles. All of their robes look almost the same. They've got the same red-white pattern to them. Achilles is just a more colonial because it's got the vest to it. But the Jamestown outfit and Enzio's outfit almost look identical. I didn't know that because this one has like a robe that goes around the front of it, and the back of it has a cape. The Jamestown outfit is more of just an outfit, but it looks more assassin-like than the Enzio one. The Enzio one you wear for like, I don't know, the entire game. You're like, oh wow, I look like a badass, and that's the one that people like. I would rather wear the Jamestown outfit because it looks more badass than the Enzio outfit. Don't know if anyone ever noticed that, but if you haven't, definitely go to the store in Boston, find a tailor, check it out, run around rooftops with it on. It looks badass. I'm sorry. There's nothing else to be said about that. Other things I found out about the game. If you have a battle axe, like the heavy battle axe that some soldiers carry, and you equip that, it shows through your clothes. Like you'll be like walking, and you'll see like a giant battle axe coming out of your ass sometimes, and it throws off the look for a second. Like you look like a badass, and you just a giant axe. Plus, an axe isn't really more of assassin's out area anyway, right? I mean, wouldn't they be carrying a sword, the daggers, regular knives, throwing knives? They didn't have throwing knives. I was expecting throwing knives. They even had it in multiplayer where you could throw a knife and injure someone. They did not have that in the game, which I was unfortunate about. You have the rope darts, you've got poison darts, you've got smoke bombs, you've got all this other shit, but you don't have. And I don't know. Maybe I'm not talking about the right things here, but if I'm bringing any truth to people, please let me know because I'd hate to have wrong information out there, and then I might have to do the whole video over again. It's 22 minutes down the drain, so oh well. Anyway, loved the game. Really did. I really did enjoy the game. Oh wait, I was getting to naval warfare. Fuck. I already said that the boat sucks until you upgrade it, but after you upgrade it, it's like everyone else is like down there now. You were here, every other boat was like right here. Let's get it onto the camera level, right there. If you upgraded the boat as far as it would go, like you didn't worry about any other money issues of the game, you just went out, hunted and sold it, hunted and sold it, hunted and sold it. You would level up your boat pretty damn fast, and you'd be up here now. You'd have like chain shot, grape shot, heat shot, which was just amazing. I mean, if you fired heat shot at a man of war, 2 shots, that thing was dead. Like, you didn't have to worry about it. The most powerful ship in the game, dead. I was like, fuck, that's badass, man. The swivel guns, you can add more swivel guns. You can add another cannon to the thing. You can add wooden reinforcements. There's a bunch of cool stuff you can do in the game, but I especially like the Templar missions. The Templar missions were always my favorite. When you could like be on a ship and attack a fort, and then park right next to the fort, and then get out of your ship and go and do the mission in the fort, and then jump out, blow up the fort, get into your ship, and sail away. You can't get any more badass than that. I mean, Bruce Willis can't even match that shit. But I liked it. I really did enjoy the game. 5 out of 5. If I could give it stars. If 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, 1,000 out of 1,000. The list goes on and on. But I didn't, other than the glitches that were fucking hilarious sometimes, nothing really stopped my progress other than the multiplayer, which I guess is not even there. It isn't really even Ubisoft's fault because they did everything right. Just the online people were sometimes a dick. Not as much as Far Cry, but they were still a dick sometimes. That's it. That's 25-minute mark. I'm hitting my end here, but thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel to let me know I'm doing good, and don't subscribe if I'm doing horrible, or just say you don't like me. Post a bunch of hate comments. Tell me how white I am. Apparently it works. Bye.